Hello, everyone, and welcome to Rock Studios. I'm Stan Miller. I'm PR and Analyst Relations Manager for Rockwell Automation in the EMEA region. And I'm joined today by Paolo Panada. He is co-owner and CEO of HS Automation. Paolo, welcome to the studio.
Thank you very much. Thank you for hosting me, Stan. It's a pleasure.
We're very excited to have you in the studio today. We've got an interesting topic. We're talking about the challenges and opportunities of modernization. But before we get into the topic, could you just tell us a little bit about yourself and a little bit about your company?
By myself, I started very young, so working on the electrical cabinets, doing the basic, drilling down on the plates, making everything. I start from the very base because my father told me start from the base, and I follow him. And now I'm CEO of the company, as you mentioned. And my career has been for a long part as a PLC programmer. I'm now the senior PLC programmer, and I love my job. But now I have to run the company, and so now I'm a CEO. As you mentioned. And my company, so do you want to know about something? My company is a company that we call in the system integrator. We make electrical cabinets for big plants. We are in the field of aluminum extrusion, rolling mills, and so on. So in the metal, basically. And we also have a technical office where we have a PLC programmer. So our service is to provide cabinets and software.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Paolo, let me ask you, so you come to the studio with technical knowledge as well as executive perspective, so I can't wait to get into our interview. Let me ask, first question, what are some of the challenges that many in your industry have faced recently, and what strategies have companies employed to address these challenges that you've seen?
Yeah. Quite a question. It's not so easy to answer, but I think now the biggest challenge that we are facing is for sure modernization that involves digitalization for sure. That is one of the most important part that we are trying to get. And with this, for me, it's very important even the personal training, because with no personal so well trained, so we cannot think about the future, in my opinion. And so I think, considering people, training them is not so easy like train a machine. So we need to spend time to be patient, to understand the person, to understand every kind of person is in front of me, for example. And so I think that is one of the biggest challenge, training the personnel, because we always speak about IA, speak about robot, but with no person capable and able to run them, to understand them, we are stuck. And we are not ready for the future. The future will be, so in my opinion, brilliant and very challenging, but with no personnel, well-trained and well-formed, we have no chance to get out from this very challenging situation. I think that those are, together with the compliance for the environment, social, and governance that we are developing, for example, in our company, together with this, and most of all with the safety of the men first, the workers, in my opinion, is the most important topic we have to follow. And the safety of the machine, for sure. Those I think that are the most challenging situation we have to face in the next 5-10 years.
Interesting, particularly the workforce element, which I know that we're going to get into a little bit later. Let me ask you this, from your perspective, how important is the consideration of updating legacy systems to address, for example, some of the issues that you mentioned? What are your thoughts on that?
So let me say, 5 years ago, for example, no company were thinking about what we call revamping, modernization, revamping. But now with the crisis, with the market that is a really uncertain, situation with tariffs, wars, political issues, I saw that entrepreneurs and companies, generally speaking, are looking more often to the modernization of the machinery, to the updating of the machinery, because maybe this will cost less than purchase a new plant that is good for us, clearly. But if you do that in a right way, maybe you can almost align updated system to a new one, and can give you a different perspective where you can save some money, because for sure, so you can save some money. You can use that to train your people to update a system that they already know very well, and just accompany the system to grow up and to be updated, and be ready for the market that, as I mentioned before, for sure will come back in a very powerful way, and we must be ready to embrace the new market and the new power that will bring us.
Excellent. Paolo, how do you see the balance between automation and the human workforce evolving in manufacturing, particularly in terms of handling complex or hazardous tasks?
I think that is the most critical part and the most important part for sure. So as I mentioned before, for me personally is in the center of the project always persons, because we always hear listen speaking about IA robots that will replace humans, but in my opinion this won't happen very soon, and I wouldn't like, so to be honest, that this happen very soon, because I think that is not good. We have to accompany both situations together, to run together. I mean, man has to run machinery, not opposite. And to do that, they need and they must to know how to do that. And so our goal, our winning strategy for sure is to train people in a proper way, as I said, to let them be in charge, be in command on the machine, and not the opposite, in my opinion.
Interesting. So let me ask you this. During an economic downturn, for example, what are the key considerations for maintaining that workforce stability? Is it the training, as you mentioned, or are there other things that can help kind of stabilize the workforce element? And how does that approach translate into growth during recovery periods?
Let me say social. We had to pay attention, to care a lot about social, and I mean social, I mean safety on the workplace, considering the community where we live all together, and considering the family of the personnel for sure, to be more involved in the process of the company, for example, to make some open days, to bring the kids, to bring the wives, to bring the husbands inside the company, create a sort of big family, because I tell it again, I say it again, people is in the center of the project, in my opinion. And so I think that together we can win. Just staying together, not put myself, for example, or someone else on the top and say, do that, do that, do that. We have to involve all the person and let them believe in the project all together, because this is the only way to go ahead, even because I feel that person is feeling, sorry for repetition, that they will be replaced by machinery, by robots, by IA, and this is not good, because they lose their strength, their power if they feel like that. But I want to accompany the people together with machinery and robots and so on. This is my goal, and I think that should be the goal of other company, other manager like me.
It sounds like a really strong strategy for driving that employee engagement and that commitment.
Absolutely, Stan. For me, personally speaking, is crucial. It's really crucial. People always first.
Paolo, what innovations or practices do you think will define the future of manufacturing ecosystems? Is it adaptability? Is it sustainability? Is it collaboration? What do you think?
I think that what you just mentioned are the 3 points most important, for sure. So for sure, market now is changing very fast and unpredictable, and so it's very difficult for us to understand what the market demands are. So right now, maybe now we are used since a decade to do one kind of product, one kind of line of product, and suddenly this change, and we must be ready to be capable, to be adaptive for the changing of the market for sure. And for this reason, again, people must be well trained, in my opinion, because if they are not trained and you ask them to change, they are not ready. And so all the system must be, in my opinion, capable to change very fast, to adapt itself very, very fast. And I think what you mentioned are the three key points, very, very important for the future of the automation and the industry.
Paolo, thank you so much for joining us in the studio today. It's been a great discussion.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you for hosting me. Stan, it's been a pleasure, really.
And thank you for watching. If you'd like to learn more about industrial automation and digital transformation, visit rockwellautomation.com.